A massive crack in the ground that's estimated to be up to 50 feet deep has opened up in Kenya seemingly overnight.
Beneath our feet, the Earth's surface hides a terrifying secret. Gigantic chasms, some wider than you can imagine, gape across the planet. From colossal canyons to monstrous sinkholes, join us on a terrifying journey as we unveil the top 15 widest cracks in the Earth. Are we truly aware of the threats lurking beneath our feet, waiting to reshape the planet's surface? Let's explore. 1. The Pit of Hell. Imagine standing at the edge of a gaping chasm so deep and foreboding that it's earned the name the Pit of Hell. This isn't a scene from a fantasy novel. It's a real place on Earth, and its very existence challenges our understanding of the planet's mysteries. Welcome to the Darvaza gas crater in Turkmenistan, a place that looks more like a sci-fi movie set than a geographic landmark. The story of the Darvaza gas crater begins in 1971, when Soviet geologists were drilling in search of natural gas. The ground beneath the drilling rig unexpectedly collapsed, leaving a huge hole with a diameter of about 70 meters. Fearing the release of poisonous gases, the scientists decided to set it on fire to burn off the gas. They thought the fire would last a few weeks at most. Little did they know, they were igniting a flame that would burn for over half a century. Now it's a massive fiery pit in the middle of the Karakum Desert, lighting up the night sky with its infernal glow. The heat is so intense that you can feel it from a distance. The sight is mesmerizing, almost hypnotic. It's easy to see why locals refer to it as the door to hell. But beyond its dramatic appearance, the Darvaza gas crater is a fascinating subject for scientific study. It offers a unique opportunity to observe the effects of long-term natural gas burning on the environment. Scientists from around the world have ventured close to the fiery pit, equipped with heat-resistant suits and specialized equipment to study the composition of gases and soil in the area. Their findings contribute to our understanding of natural gas fields and the impact of gas leaks on the environment. What's more intriguing is the ecosystem that has developed around this fiery pit. Despite the harsh conditions, some microorganisms have managed to thrive in the soil near the crater. This discovery has implications for astrobiology, providing insights into how life might survive in extreme environments, even on other planets. Just imagine standing at the edge, looking into the heart of this blazing pit. It's a sight you'd never forget, a stark reminder of the dynamic planet we call home. 2. Crack in the ground. In the remote high desert of central Oregon, there lies a remarkable geological feature that's as intriguing as its name suggests: the crack in the ground. It's a massive fissure in the earth that stretches for about 2 miles and reaches depths of up to 70 feet. This isn't just any crack. It's a testament to the Earth's ever-changing nature and offers a unique window into the geological forces that shape our planet. The crack in the ground was formed around 12,000 years ago, a blink of an eye in geological terms. It's the result of volcanic activity in the region, specifically from a tension fracture. As the Earth's crust pulled apart slightly, a large crack formed, creating what we see today. This type of formation is known as a volcanic fissure, and while they're common around the world, few are as accessible or as impressive as Oregon's crack in the ground. Unlike many other geological rifts that have been smoothed over by erosion, this crack has remained relatively untouched, preserved in its rugged form by the arid climate of the region. As you walk through the fissure, you can't help but marvel at the sheer scale of this natural wonder, a direct result of the Earth's relentless tectonic activity. For the adventurous, exploring the crack in the ground is a memorable experience. The narrow path through the fissure demands careful navigation, but it's accessible to most people. It's a journey that takes you literally inside the Earth, offering a perspective you can't get anywhere else. So whether you're a geology buff, a nature lover, or just someone looking for an off-the-beaten-path experience, the crack in the ground is a destination that won't disappoint. 3. Raudfeldsgia, Red Cloak Rift. In the land of fire and ice, where nature's drama unfolds in spectacular vistas, there lies a crack so profound and mystical, it seems like a passage to another world. Welcome to Raudfeldsgia, a colossal rift on the Snæfellsnes Peninsula in Iceland, where legends echo and nature's might is on full display. As you approach Raudfeldsgia, the first thing that strikes you is its sheer size. This isn't just a crack in the ground, so to say. It's a massive fissure that splits a mountain. The rift, part of a dormant volcanic system, was created by the immense forces of tectonic movement and volcanic activity that have shaped Iceland over millennia. Think of it as a giant scar left by the Earth's restless movements, a reminder of the dynamic processes that continue to shape our planet. But Raudfeldsgia is more than just a geological wonder. It's steeped in Icelandic folklore. According to legend, the rift is named after Raudfelder, a man who was thrown into the chasm by a local chieftain. This tale adds a mystical aura to the site, making a visit feel like stepping into a saga from the Viking Age. As you walk into the crevice, you can almost hear the whispers of ancient stories and myths that have been passed down through generations. The journey into Raudfeldsgia is an adventure in itself. A narrow, rocky path leads into the heart of the fissure, where the sunlight struggles to penetrate it. The walls tower above you, covered in moss and lichen, add into the otherworldly atmosphere. Water drips from the crevices above, creating a symphony of natural sounds that enhances the experience. It's like walking through a natural cathedral, with the walls echoing the footsteps of those who venture inside. Inside Raudfeldsgia, the landscape changes as you progress. The further in you go, the more you need to navigate over boulders and streams. It's a challenging but rewarding trek, one that reveals the diverse features of this geological formation. From certain vantage points within the rift, you can catch glimpses of the stunning Icelandic scenery outside, framed by the jagged edges of the fissure. One of the most fascinating aspects of Raudfeldsgia is how it changes with the seasons. In winter, the rift is adorned with icicles and snow, creating a magical frosty landscape. In summer, the meltwater forms little waterfalls and streams, breathing life into the rugged terrain. It's a place where every step takes you deeper into the Earth's secrets and closer to the heart of Iceland's enchanting landscape. 4. Kamoa-Moa. Nestled in the lush landscapes of Hawaii's Big Island lies a geological marvel that stands as evidence of the Earth's living, breathing nature. This is Kamoa-Moa, a spectacular fissure eruption site located in the Hawaii Volcanoes National Park. It's a place where you can witness firsthand the Earth's capacity for creation and destruction, all in one awe-inspiring location. Kamoa-Moa gained prominence in 2011 when a dramatic fissure eruption occurred along the East Rift Zone of the Kilauea volcano. This event was a significant moment in geological history, opening up a series of cracks, some of which extended over several kilometers. As magma forced its way to the surface, it created new land, altering the landscape in a profound and permanent way. What makes Kamoa-Moa fascinating is its role in the continuous shaping of Hawaii's Big Island. Kilauea, one of the world's most active volcanoes, has been adding new layers to the island for hundreds of thousands of years. Each eruption contributes to the growth of the island, and Kamoa-Moa is a prime example of this ongoing process. As you stand near these fissures, you're literally standing on some of the newest land on Earth. 5. Tater Hills. In the rolling prairies of Alberta, Canada, there's a place where the Earth opens up, revealing a network of deep fissures that seem to lead to the underworld. This is Tater Hills, a lesser-known but no less fascinating example of the Earth's dynamic nature. Unlike the fiery fissures of volcanic regions, Tater Hills showcase a different kind of crack, formed by the natural processes of erosion and sedimentary movement. The Tater Hills are part of the Canadian Badlands, known for their unique and dramatic landscapes. Over millions of years, the forces of water and wind have sculpted the land, creating deep valleys, hoodoos, and of course the cracks that make Tater Hills so intriguing. These cracks, or earth fissures, can be several meters deep, formed as the clay-rich soil contracts and expands with moisture changes. When you walk among them, it's like navigating a giant puzzle, with each step revealing a new perspective on the Earth's intricate patterns. What's especially amazing about the Tater Hills is that the fissures are continually changing. They expand and contract with the seasons, sometimes opening up wide enough to swallow a full-grown tree, and other times closing so tightly you'd hardly know they were there. This dynamic nature makes the Tater Hills an exciting and somewhat unpredictable place to explore. Geologically, the Tater Hills offer a spectacular glimpse into the past. The layers of sedimentary rock tell a story of ancient seas, river deltas, and changing climates. Fossils are often found in the area, remnants of the creatures that once inhabited these ancient environments. For budding geologists and paleontologists, Tater Hills is a treasure trove of discoveries waiting to be made. For visitors, Tater Hills offers a unique outdoor adventure. You can walk along the rim of the fissures, peering into their depths, or carefully navigate your way down into the cracks themselves. It's a place that inspires both caution and curiosity as you tread on the very edge of the Earth's open wounds. 6. East African Rift. In the vast landscapes of East Africa, a monumental geological event is occurring right before our eyes. It's a process so massive and powerful that it's slowly splitting a continent in two. Welcome to the East African Rift, one of the most significant and active rift systems on our planet. Stretching over 3,000 miles from the Jordan Valley in the Middle East to Mozambique in the south, this rift is not just a crack in the earth. It's a burgeoning divide that will reshape maps and ecosystems for millions of years to come. The East African Rift is unique because it's an active, divergent tectonic plate boundary. What does this mean? Essentially, the African continent is slowly being pulled apart. Over millions of years, the Somali plate and the Nubian plate have been moving away from each other, creating this gigantic rift valley. It's a process so powerful that it's changing the very shape of the Earth's surface. Scientists believe that in about 10 million years, this rift will have evolved to the point where it splits the African continent, creating a new ocean. And the movement of the tectonic plates has allowed magma from deep within the Earth to rise, resulting in frequent volcanic eruptions and the formation of stunning landscapes like the Ethiopian highlands. The diverse environments of the rift have shaped human evolution for millions of years. Many of the most important hominid fossils, including those of early human ancestors, have been found in the Rift Valley, which is why it is also called the cradle of humankind. As you explore the rift, you're walking in the footsteps of our earliest ancestors, tracing the very path of human evolution. 7. Kjeragbolten. In the heart of Norway's stunning fjords, there lies a natural spectacle that's both thrilling and beautiful, the Kjeragbolten. This massive boulder, lodged between two cliffs on Mount Kjerag, hovers over a 984-meter abyss, offering a unique adrenaline rush and photo opportunity for the daring. Formed about 10,000 years ago during the last ice age, Kjeragbolten was trapped in a mountain crevasse by retreating glaciers, symbolizing nature's balance and endurance. About 5 cubic meters in size, it defies gravity, remaining securely wedged despite the elements. The journey to Kjeragbolten is as breathtaking as the destination itself. Adventurers trek through Norway's stunning landscapes, navigating steep trails and rocky paths, possibly crossing a suspension bridge. This challenging hike rewards with unparalleled views of the fjords and mountains. Once you reach Kjeragbolten, the real challenge begins. Stepping onto the boulder is a test of courage. There's nothing but open air beneath you, and the realization of the height can be dizzying. But for those who muster the courage to step out onto it, the feeling is exhilarating. You're standing on a natural wonder suspended between heaven and earth, with the majestic Norwegian landscape spread out before you. 8. Thors Well. Going back to Oregon, there's another natural wonder that seems to defy the laws of nature, situated along the rugged and scenic coastline. It's called Thors Well, often referred to as the drain pipe of the Pacific. This spectacular hole in the ocean appears to be endlessly swallowing the surrounding sea, creating a mesmerizing and somewhat terrifying spectacle that attracts photographers and adventurers from around the world. Thors Well is located near Cape Perpetua and is believed to be a collapsed sea cave that has been hollowed out by the relentless power of the ocean waves. The hole is about 20 feet deep and can be quite dangerous, especially at high tide or during storms when the water churns violently, shooting upwards and then draining back into the seemingly bottomless hole. What makes Thors Well such a unique geological feature is the way it interacts with the ocean. When the tide is right, water rushes into the hole from the bottom, filling it from the inside, then bursts upwards in a dramatic spray. Moments later, the water drains back into the hole, creating a rhythmic and captivating cycle that's both beautiful and awe-inspiring. Visiting Thors Well offers an opportunity to witness the raw power and beauty of nature. The sight of the ocean continuously filling and emptying this rocky cauldron is a reminder of the Pacific's might and the ever-changing nature of our coastlines. It's a place where you can see, hear, and feel the ocean's power as the water roars, sprays, and swirls in and out of this natural wonder. 9. Paloo City, Indonesia. In the heart of Indonesia, Paloo City sits in a region where the beauty of nature is juxtaposed with its potential for destruction. This city, nestled in the long and narrow Paloo Valley, has witnessed one of the most striking examples of the Earth's tectonic forces at work. It's a place where the ground beneath your feet holds a tale of power, resilience, and the relentless movement of our planet. Paloo City is situated on the island of Sulawesi, a region defined by its complex geological setting. It's surrounded by mountain ranges and lies at the mercy of the Paloo Fault, a major fault line that runs right through the valley. This fault is part of the complex network of tectonic boundaries that make Indonesia one of the most seismically active places on Earth. In 2018, Paloo City was struck by a devastating earthquake and tsunami that brought the world's attention to this relatively unknown region. The 7.5 magnitude quake didn't just shake the ground. It caused a rare and terrifying phenomenon known as soil liquefaction. In certain areas, the solid ground turned to liquid, swallowing buildings and homes and reshaping the landscape in a matter of moments. This disaster was a stark reminder of the power hidden beneath the surface and the risks that come with living in such a dynamic, geological setting. But why does this happen? The answer lies in the unique tectonics of the region. The island of Sulawesi is being pulled and twisted by complex interactions between the microplates that make up this part of the world. The Paloo Fault is a strike-slip fault, where the land on either side moves horizontally past each other. This kind of movement can cause significant earthquakes, as the stress built up over years is suddenly released. Today, the mountains, valleys, and faults tell a story of a land that's always changing, shaped by the forces deep within the earth. 10. Motagua Fault. In the heart of Central America, stretching across the beautiful landscapes of Guatemala, lies a geological feature of immense power and significance, a place where you can literally see the earth in motion. This is the Motagua Fault. The Motagua Fault is a major fault line that marks the boundary between the North American and Caribbean tectonic plates. It runs for about 300 kilometers, cutting a visible line across Guatemala's terrain. It's a strike-slip fault, which means the land on either side of it is moving horizontally past each other. This movement isn't smooth and steady, but happens in sudden bursts during earthquakes. The most famous of these occurred in 1976, when a devastating quake along the fault killed thousands of people and left even more homeless. This event was a wake-up call for the region, highlighting the urgent need for earthquake preparedness and better building practices. One of the most interesting aspects of the Motagua Fault is the way it's shaped Guatemala's landscape. Over millions of years, the movement along the fault has created a unique mix of geological features. There are valleys and ridges, hot springs and mineral deposits, all resulting from the constant grinding of the Earth's crust. For those interested in geology or just the beauty of nature, the area around the fault is a treasure trove of sights and experiences. But what does it mean for the people who live near the Motagua Fault? Life in this region is a balance between the benefits and the risks of living in such a dynamic place. The fertile soils and mineral resources created by the fault support agriculture and industry, but the risk of earthquakes is always present. Communities in this region have learned to adapt, building stronger structures and developing emergency plans. This is a place where the forces that shape our planet are on full display, offering insights into the delicate balance between human life and the forces of nature. 11. Reelfoot Lake. In the northwest corner of Tennessee, amidst a landscape known more for its rolling hills than seismic activity, lies Reelfoot Lake, a unique body of water with a tumultuous origin story. Unlike most lakes formed by glaciers or river deposits, Reelfoot Lake owes its existence to one of the most powerful series of earthquakes in American history. Back in the winter of 1811-1812, the central Mississippi River Valley was shaken by a series of powerful earthquakes, estimated to be as strong as magnitude 8.0. The epicenter was near the town of New Madrid, Missouri, but the effects were felt as far away as New York City and Boston. The quakes caused the land to rise and fall, rivers to flow backward, and even new waterfalls to form. But one of the most dramatic changes was the creation of Reelfoot Lake. The quakes caused the Mississippi River to change its course, flooding a forested area to create Reelfoot Lake. Trees drowned by the sudden influx of water still stand in parts of the lake, their bare trunks emerging like silent witnesses to the lake's dramatic birth. Today, Reelfoot Lake covers about 15,000 acres, with a depth averaging around 5.5 feet, making it one of the shallowest lakes in the state. But Reelfoot Lake is more than just a reminder of past earthquakes. It's a thriving ecosystem and a haven for wildlife. The lake and its surrounding wetlands are home to a diverse array of birds, fish, and other wildlife. Visiting Reelfoot Lake, you'll find a tranquil setting with cypress trees draped in Spanish moss and water lilies floating on the surface. But as you glide across the water in a boat or walk along the shore, it's fascinating to think about the violent events that created this peaceful scene. The lake is a reminder that beauty can come from chaos and that nature has a way of healing and adapting after even the most catastrophic events. 12. Valle de Molini. Nestled in southern Italy's picturesque landscape lies Valle de Molini, or the Valley of the Mills, a geological marvel with a rich history. Formed over 35,000 years ago by intense volcanic activity from nearby Campi Flegrei and Vesuvius, this deep gorge was further shaped by a small, relentless stream. Up until the early 20th century, this valley buzzed with industry, housing mills powered by the stream for grinding wheat and other goods. However, as industrial processes evolved, the mills were abandoned, leaving nature to weave its greenery through the crumbling structures. Today, Valle de Molini is a serene spot, where the remnants of human ingenuity are cradled in nature's embrace. Ivy and moss adorn the old stone walls, creating a surreal landscape that seems pulled from a fantasy novel. It's a testament to the time when natural streams were vital to industry and human survival. visitors can stroll through this hauntingly beautiful site, exploring pathways that descend into the valley, revealing the striking contrast between ancient man-made structures and the persistent beauty of nature. Visiting the Valle de Molini is an experience, a journey back in time that offers a peaceful escape from modern life and a chance to ponder the enduring power of nature and human history. 13. Rio Grand Rift. In the southwestern United States, stretching from Colorado to New Mexico, lies a remarkable geological feature, the Rio Grand Rift. Unlike many of the world's famous rifts, the Rio Grand Rift is not located in a remote, inaccessible region, but rather runs through an area bustling with cities and towns. It's about 700 kilometers long and varies in width, making it one of the most significant geological features in North America. The Rio Grand Rift is a vast and still active region where the Earth's crust is being pulled apart, a process that began around 30 million years ago. This stretching of the crust has created a series of basins and ranges that define the region's unique topography. If you visit the area, you'll see evidence of this ongoing separation in the dramatic landscapes, from the high peaks of the Sangre de Cristo Mountains to the deep chasm of the Rio Grande Gorge. Today, the rift shaped the landscape in profound ways, creating the scenic Rio Grande Valley and influencing the area's water resources. It's a region of natural hot springs, striking volcanic formations, and diverse ecosystems, all owing to the geological activity beneath the surface. The Rio Grande River, which flows through the rift, is the lifeblood of the area, supporting diverse ecosystems and communities. The landscapes here have been home to indigenous peoples for thousands of years and continue to be a place of cultural and spiritual importance. Additionally, the area's unique geology has given rise to fertile agricultural land, and the hot springs along the rift are popular destinations for relaxation and therapy. 14. Kumbu Ice Fall. Nestled high in the Himalayas, on the route to the summit of Mount Everest, is one of the most dangerous and awe-inspiring places on Earth. The Kumbu Ice Fall is a constantly moving river of ice with crevasses deep enough to swallow a large building and towering seracs that can collapse without warning. It presents a formidable challenge even to the most experienced climbers, yet its beauty and grandeur continue to draw adventurers from around the globe. The Kumbu Ice Fall is located at the head of the Kumbu Glacier, right below the western CBUM of Everest. As the glacier makes its slow descent from the Himalayan peaks, it cracks and breaks apart, creating a chaotic landscape of ice that's both mesmerizing and perilous. The icefall moves at a rate of about 0.5 to 1 meter per day, which might not seem like much, but in the world of glaciers, it's considered quite fast. This movement means the landscape of the icefall is ever-changing, with new crevasses and ice towers forming regularly. One of the most striking features of the Kumbu Ice Fall is the deep crevasses that cut through the ice. These crevasses can be hidden by thin layers of snow, making them extremely dangerous for climbers. To navigate this treacherous terrain, climbers rely on ladders and ropes placed across the crevasses by a team of experienced Sherpas known as the Ice Fall Doctors. These brave individuals work to find the safest route through the ice fall, but the shifting ice means the route can change from one day to the next. But why does the Kumbu Ice Fall exist in the first place? The answer lies in the nature of glaciers. As the glacier flows down the valley, it encounters steeper slopes. The ice at the top of the slope moves faster than the ice at the bottom, causing it to crack and break apart. The result is the jumbled, chaotic landscape of the ice fall. Despite its dangers, the Kumbu Ice Fall is a place of surreal beauty. The towering seracs glow in shades of blue and white, and the views of the surrounding Himalayan peaks are breathtaking. For many climbers, navigating the ice fall is one of the most memorable parts of their journey to Everest's summit. 15. Groja. Famed as a filming location for the epic series Game of Thrones, Groja in Iceland is a mesmerizing natural wonder that captivates both fans and geologists alike. Located near Lake Mývatn in northeastern Iceland, this small lava cave with its inviting thermal spring is a natural geothermal spa, a symbol of Iceland's volcanic activity and a place of beauty and tranquility. Grjótagja's charm lies in its contrast. From the outside, you might see nothing more than a rugged crack in the lava field, but step inside and you're transported into a world of warm, blue water and smooth rock walls. The cave is split into two sections by a narrow entrance. Once inside, you're surrounded by the Earth's warmth, the steam rising gently from the thermal spring that fills the cave's bottom. The water in Grjótagja is heated by the volcanic activity beneath Iceland's surface. For years, locals used the cave as a natural bathing spot, enjoying the warm waters that can reach temperatures of around 113 degrees F. However, during periods of increased volcanic activity, the temperature can rise too high for safe bathing. This variability is a reminder of the ever-changing nature of Iceland's geothermal landscape. The history of Grjótagja adds to its allure. In the 18th century, the cave was home to the outlaw Jón Markusson, who lived in the cave and used the hot spring for bathing. Over the years, it's been a popular spot for locals and tourists alike, drawn by the unique experience of bathing in a cave. But Grjótagja isn't just a place of warmth and wonder. It's also a fascinating geological site. It sits on the mid-Atlantic ridge, the boundary between the Eurasian and North American tectonic plates. This ridge is slowly pulling Iceland apart, creating new cracks and fissures in the earth, like Grjótagja. Visiting the cave is a chance to see this geological process up close, to stand at the place where two continents are slowly drifting apart. Thanks for watching this episode of Beyond Discovery. Don't miss the video you see on your screen. You won't believe it.